Hello and welcome to another episode of Coffeefusion. This week we're going to look at how to pour inverted patterns. So this week I'm going to show you how to pour some inverted style patterns. Those are patterns where you start pouring in one direction in the cup and then move the cup around and pour in a different direction. These patterns are really cool for adding a degree of difficulty to your normal patterns, so let's get stuck straight into it. Now, one of the main things you'll need to learn for pouring these patterns is how to hold the cup properly so that you can spin it around easily. Hold the cup in your fingertips, not in your whole hand. That way if you need to spin it, it's fairly easy to move it around as you're pouring. Let's take a look at this inverted tulip and see how I pour and then switch it around halfway through the pour. Add even more degree of difficulty, try and make sure that your patterns match up from one side to the other so you get that symmetry. And say if you're pouring, for example, a tulip, make sure you have the same amount of bulbs on each side. Around with it and pour two different patterns, for example a tulip going in one direction and maybe a rosetta or a swan going in the other direction. Now if you want to get even more crazy, you can invert the cup more than once. So you can start in one direction, maybe go back to a different direction, maybe do north, south, east, west, or maybe return to your first direction to finish up the pour. Patterns are obviously increase in degree of difficulty, but they're lots of fun to pour once you get into them. The whole moving the cup around and not spilling it is a good part of the fun. So this week for Free Pour Friday, if you want to be a finalist, you have to pour an inverted pattern. Speaking of Free Pour Friday, let's have a look at who won last week. Remember, if you participate in Free Pour Friday, you have a chance to win for the week and then you become a finalist for the month. Now the monthly winner will win a Coffeefusion t-shirt, so there's a cool little shirt for you if you can win the monthly prize. Thanks again to all you guys for being part of Team Fusion. I hope you had a good week. Practice those inverted pours and I'll see you next week. Remember, if you like this episode, you can join the Coffeefusion community by liking Coffeefusion on Facebook, following The Coffeefusion on Instagram, or subscribing to the YouTube channel. Remember, Coffeefusion is bringing coffee lovers together.